When I set out to make this video, I didn't really have much of a premise other than make an entertaining video where cars go fast. As I started to put together some footage and write the script, I began thinking and then rethinking ideas, rewriting the script over and over again in some hope that I would find something worth making people waste a few minutes of their time. After failing to reach that goal, I began to break it down in my head and think, why do I feel so compelled to make a video about motorsports and racing? What about it draws me in and infatuates me to such a degree that I would spend hours of my own time creating something in its image? I mean, there's an innumerable amount of reasons to be interested in motorsport. Whether it's the howling noise of the engines as the cars rumble past, a love for advanced engineering and mechanics, or maybe it's the larger-than-life personalities taking shape in the drivers and teams who experience immense highs and lows that only high-intensity competition can supply. All of these are great reasons to be interested in motorsports, of course, but I began winding back my memory to find the root cause of my inspiration behind the idea. Something tethered my mind to the idea of making a racing video that meant something to me. I thought back to my introduction to sim racing. Watching Jimmy Broadbent lap the Nordschleife in a wide variety of cars had me enthralled. Never before had I considered racing cars around a track so complex and long. The green hell, as they call it, was a constant thought as images flashed across my mind of Jimmy carving everything from Formula cars to his very own shed around the legendary German track. Needless to say, I wanted to go. So, as all of us gamer goblins do, I went to the Steam store looking for a good driving game to play, and I landed on Project Cars 2. I sunk tens of hours and thousands of kilometers into the Nürburgring in Project Cars 2, learning and attempting to perfect the track, but it wasn't all I wanted it to be due to playing on a controller. So finally, after some time passed, I got myself a wheel and pedal set. Nothing fancy, but I figured this would do the trick and to start me off for $150. I couldn't really ask for more. Very quickly my eyes began to open and see the experience I had been missing. Refining and developing my skills behind the wheel became something just short of an obsession as I set out on the quest to understand how to drive cars quickly, and, as I found out, it's immensely difficult to do so correctly. Driving on the limit was my new favorite dopamine high to chase. The absolute test of skill and focus required to put a car on the limit and keep it there had me completely drawn in. I needed to know how to become faster on track, and I would not be satisfied until I achieved my goal. Add in a spice of friendly competition between myself and my friend David, who also got himself a wheel and pedal set, and we were quite literally off to the races. As our two competitive spirits forced one another into improving on track or faced the sting of defeat, there truly was nowhere to hide on the racetrack. Every error costs time, and with a hungry driver pushing up your gearbox, there's little time to be spared. Between gathering advice from videos made by saints in the sim racing community like Driver61, and practicing hard in order to maintain a competitive edge against my new rival, I was finding serious improvement. My understanding of the cars I was driving and how they worked was reshaping as I tried to absorb and apply every bit of information and translate it into time on track. I was taking it the extra mile now, and in return I was finding tenths of seconds and pushing lap times I didn't think I was capable of surpassing. And then it occurred to me. The reason I was putting in so much effort and I was so excited when I saw these improvements is because racing is all about the passion. The barely controllable emotions that racing is capable of evoking from all people for all sorts of different reasons. The same barely controllable feeling which had me rewriting this script over and over again, trying to find the meaning I knew it should have. And maybe that's just it. It's meaning. It wasn't about cars or racing or the dramatic highs and lows of competition. It was about the passion it inspires in people. The inspiration to create and perfect, build and repair, go faster than improve. Whatever motorsports inspires you to do, go do it.
It's ultimately the passion that drives us, you know, the passion that keeps you up in all those nights. If people would not have passion, then I think it would be a very boring world.